Hey everyone, my name is Charlie, and today I'm going to be mad at traffic again, so if you enjoy that, well, good. Basically, I got into my car this morning. It was 7:20, because as we have discovered, if I want to get to work, semi-early in order so that I can, open the shop, then I have to leave at 7:20, because anything later could mean that I'd actually be stuck in traffic for around about an hour. I don't know why, that's just what happens. I swear it's just since my father stopped bringing me to work. But anyway, I left my house, got onto the one-way system, pulled out into the road straight away, thought this is okay. And then I was stuck behind a white van, and this white van should have actually been a sign of things to come. BMW's here. We're watching the BMW. See, this is how this man parks. So basically, I could never have hit him. I could never have hit this man. We're watching him. We're suspicious. He's got his clipboard. Well, we never seen like the man to have a clipboard before. He's got something in the back of his car today. What has he got? Sorry, we will return to our regularly scheduled ranting in a moment. Recycling. He's been to Costa and he's had some sort of sandwich. Anyway, I came off the one-way system and I got stuck behind a white van. Now this should have been a sign of things to come, because this white van kept abruptly braking all the time, which doesn't make for a pleasant journey. So I was steering clear, because as my mother always taught me, if they're being a bit weird on the road, they're probably inebriated. And then I get onto the dual carriageway. Dual carriageway, brilliant, fantastic. I'm stuck behind what I can only imagine to be one of those awful lorries, heading off to the abattoir, and I'm waiting for to overtake, and there's a car in front of me. I'm in the queue, well, it's not a queue, is it? I'm travelling, waiting to flaming overtake, but nothing is letting me through. So in the end, I'm just well, we're near the next roundabout, but we're going to overtake him anyway, so we did it. And then we got stuck in traffic because for some reason these people overtook the lorry only to be oh, I'm too scared to actually go quickly. And then we got stuck behind one of those tractors that has a huge trailer on it that is also carrying farm machinery. Overtake the thing. You aren't going to see him for the rest of the dual carriageway because he can't go at a more higher speed, so we overtake him. And then we carry on at this speed, everything's going fine, and then we're at the final roundabout, and we get overtaken by a pallet van. And there's no overtaking them. We can't overtake on the next road, the road that brings us into Stockport and Manchester, and I have to stop off in Poynton. No. That's it. We are behind this pallet line fucking lorry for the duration. And I thought, well, that's sod's law anyway. But, the pallet line lorry actually seems to be going somewhat quickly. I'm okay, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. I'm stuck in traffic again, but it's fine. But it's not fine, is it? Because we get stopped at a crossroads. And, well, it's not a crossroads, it's more like a T-junction. But it's got traffic lights. And I get stuck. Me, personally, Charlie, your man here, behind a white Skoda. A white Skoda that also happened to be an Uber. Now, why do we need an Uber in Cheshire? We're not that type of place. Honestly, we still just get everywhere by the bus, or, the other day there was a hitchhiker wanting me to stop, and I could tell he was the type of person who wanted to go back to Stockport. I was well, I'm sorry, I'm going down this road, I'm turning right, and I'm at work, so you do what you want, love, but I'm staying here. And then, oh my lord, morning Mr. Magpie, morning Mrs. Magpie. And then he was going at 30 in a 40, and I was well, this isn't good, because the lorry behind me is actually quite close to me, so every time you're braking, I'm worried that I'm going to be crushed between you, and I'm sorry, I don't think I'll crush, well, my car might have a crumple zone, I don't. And then, I could understand, because someone's moved the sign around, so that where it said 50, it changes from a 40 into a 50, and someone's turned the sign around, so it now looks like it changes from it stays at a 40. I can understand if he maybe doesn't know the road, but sooner rather than later there is a repeater that also says 50, and he slowly gets his speed up and then just drops it again. And I honestly do not know what was going on in his head, apart from there was more abrupt braking from this flaming Skoda Uber driver than I had seen off that white van. And then we were coming to the roundabout, the final roundabout that I have to come round before I get to work. And this man was over both lanes. Like, can you not tell it is a roundabout? If it's a roundabout, that means that there is going to be more than one lane, because that is the entire purpose of the thing. But he didn't, and I had to wait. And then the people who I was being kind to, you know, like doing the actual legal thing of giving away to the right, were like, oh, how do we use a roundabout? How do we use a roundabout? Well, I'll bloody show you, love. And so I just went out because I was fed up. I was fed the fuck up. And then I got to work, and it turned out my mirrors are actually in quite a good position at the moment, which really surprised me. So I managed to get into the space exactly how my driving instructors taught me. We are actually straight in the space, how we are supposed to be. I'm feeling quite proud of myself in that respect. But I am honestly, you don't understand. This rant that I've recorded here that's gone on for 6.5 minutes, that was 6.5 minutes of a 25-minute drive. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm going to be telling this story all day because I am like that. I turned into the traffic news, and I am not sorry about it. Please let me know about the news, weather and travel where you are. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, that is all.